Hey, I'm back. This is take 2. Welcome to Word from Your Mother Tarot. It's December 25th. I forgot what day it was. Tuesday. Alright, we're doing good. Okay, there is a blooper. Anyway, here we go. I thought about dude tarot all night long. Pick a dude. Brew it. Now I'm paranoid. Okay. Okay, Donna. Here we go. Conundrum. Up in the air. This is my card for NASA, which means never a straight answer. Gaslighting the fuck out of you. So that you don't know where you stand. You're up in the air. You can't make any decisions. They've just tied your hands. No way. Nothing you can do. Trap. Up a tree. Fire truck. Queen of Wands. Oh my God. Karen in a tree. Karen stuck in a tree. That's not going to go well. Desk. Pay attention to your work. Maybe you need to mind your own business. Maybe they ain't telling you for reasons. Because you're meddling, trifling, nosy. Oh my God, what did I ever see in that woman? Kind of inducing dog. But he loves you and he hates you. Dog. Protection from a powerful friend. So maybe you're slacking off at work and somebody's been taking up the slack for you. But you're spending entirely too much time worrying about this. Either sucking your energy. They're getting off on that. I mean, either they don't know, or it's none of your business and they don't know how to tell you, or it's conniving. Or it's what you suspect, right? It is what it is. You can't get there from here. You should pay attention to what's going on. To do what you're really doing. Let that lay, because you're the one that gives it power. It has no power unless you do it. There's your ego, partnership, and restriction. Disruption. Alright, you fixing to stir it up in here. Up in here. Okay, look. If you can't get this conversation, you can't get these answers that you seek, because maybe your suspicion is right, okay, but we've got ego here. You are the most unpleasant of people, okay, but it's because you know you're being lied to. You know you're right. And it's about your partnership with dun 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 dun. Okay? And you feel like he's holding you back. Fucking ruining your day. Both of you feel the same way. Why did I ever? Why did you ever? And you're fixing to cause a scene. Disruption. The mystery. Why did I ever? Okay. I do have one question for you. I meant to get it in the first video and then I got derailed. Has mascara changed? Because this is a new tube. This is the second new tube that I thought I must have contaminated the last new tube with the eyelash glue. Right? And I threw it away and bought another tube. This shit's expensive. I found this on eBay. But this is the makeup I've been wearing since I first began to buy my own. This is what I approved of, what I liked, what I thought stayed on my face after a hard day of drinking. And it looks. This is a new tube. If y'all know, a new tube does not look like this. Because a new tube is thick and fat and glossy And this comes from when the tube is done and you have to jam that thing in there and load that brush, okay? This should not be happening. Not yet. And it was just awful. It's awful. This is not how I do makeup. It didn't come out right. And it hasn't. And I'm thinking that they changed the formula or I don't know. I don't know. But it's awful. So what's your lesson? Your lesson is no lies. You will lie to me. But it's affecting your public life. It's affecting your job and stuff. You won't see. You won't learn your lesson. You refuse to learn your lesson. With the Hanged Man and the Two of Swords. So look at the world from a different perspective. Dude, I tried to explain dude's perspective to you a while ago. And listen to your inner voice when making choices. Karen's in control right now. You understand that, right? Yeah, okay, first of all, this is a collective reading. If I call you Donna, I'm talking to you. If I call you Karen, I'm definitely talking to you. And if dude is your dude, there's new dude, there's old dude. And then there is a trio that have lives of their own that is called John, Martha, and Harold in the Basement. I'll point them out to you when I see them. I try not to see them. They come and visit. They never know when to leave. All right, you're not going to have this. You're going to speak up, but it's affecting other areas in your life, and maybe it could also be a coworker is picking up your slack, and that you need to let this carnival lie and focus. But see, you're so derailed by your suspicions that you want to know the truth. Well, you can't get any peace. You're up in the air. There's nowhere to stand. There's nowhere to relax. You don't know what's coming next, but something is. This is what's on your mind. Ace of Wands. I'm going to do it on my own. That's also Bow Chicka Wow. That's as far as I'm taking it right now. First I seen it. Well, not do you want it? Do you still want it? Because you can do it on your own. Do it on my own. Judgmental. Observe your critic. So, here's another one asking you to see it from his perspective. I am freezing. Do I got anything in here? I do, but it's not pretty. Oh my God, the pause button. Okay, it's on. Man. Okay, 2 places where you've been asked to look at yourself from someone else's point of view. Look at it from the problem point of view. So you're up in the air. You can't get a straight answer. They're not talking. You've got to try to, I imagine this is what they would be thinking. Nah, that doesn't. Anyway, it says judgmental. Observe your critic. I can do it. This could be fighting. This could be, I'll do it on my own. And this could be holding the flashlight for Dad. There's a disruption there. Okay, and then we have your ego. Your egos are riled up. I hate working with you. I hate helping you. Partnership. Why did I? Let me write it down. Because I was going to use... Oh, shit. Why did I ever... Okay. Okay. What? Oh, why did I ever? I'm gonna do it my way. No, no, you're helping me, and this is how we're doing it. That's not going to work. No. All right, Donna Jean. Well, at least you're lively today. I'm sorry about Pick a Dude. I'll try it again, but I've got to... Like I said, I did go through it, and I'll be using the shorter ones, because nobody... I want to read the book to you one page at a time, but it's too much to put in a reading, and it's too boring to read alone. Conundrum up in the air. Somebody's lying to you. Something's afoot, Watson. Envy. Somebody envies you. Right? So you're struggling. How could they ever? Why did I ever? Page of Swords. The beginning of independent thought. You're not just doing what you're told. You're noticing idiosyncrasies. Because they're wanting what you got. And you can't never get a straight answer. Because you're right. Here's Karen. Karen on parade. You done stirred up Karen. Ooh, the forces that be. You are resisting. You are leading la revolution. Assertive. You are taking your place at the table. You have pulled the power stop on that bus. Or what is it that kills the train? You have put a halt to this relationship. You have put brakes on the no. You said no. Why did I ever? You are deposing a tyrant. And you've lost your focus on your job. Your job is suffering for it. Because you're all up in your feels. Heart's working, brain not so much. But it's going to turn out all right. It's going to be all right. And you've come a far way. And you don't put up with no horse shit like that. Once you discover it, you're like, let me get this out of here. You're not happy. Queens don't shovel shit. You feel like you're bearing the load in this partnership. He's a lightweight. He's not coming through, and he's not giving it. You're right. Your suspicions are right, and he's not communicating to you about it because you're right. and maybe either there's nothing he can do about it or nothing he's gonna do, and he's just stalling, or selective hearing, maybe even, because I'm getting a lot lately that the time for talking is over, right? This is not the time for talking. I'm not talking. I'm doing. It's action. It's verb time. But what's also happening is that you're not talking because you're not going to talk about it. You're not talking because you've spent fucking years talking about it. Not being listened to. And let the chips fall where they may. They deserve what they get. That is very much there. Okay? But it's not because you're being cold and hard. It's because that's the end of the line. This is the natural progression of a chain of events, much like the domino thing, the wheel we keep getting. You see this as a strength. You identify with these people you're breaking up with. The family values are important to you. You love them, they love you, right? You worked and did, and you stepped and fetched, and you wiped all their little asses to the best of your ability. And what you did, though, was you grew yourself while all this was going on. And there's much more of you than will fit in this little pentacle. This little family. And you're going to explore it. They see it as a betrayal. They see it as mom's gone crazy. They see it as these people kind of, you do a lot for them. Other than physical stepping and fetching, they take energy from you. So you finally tell them that you're leaving. Chariot. Do you see this as your weakness? Is to stop the spin. This is going to test your strength. This is going to test you. To stand in the truth, you're going to have to believe in yourself. You spent a lifetime getting ready for it, and you just still don't know. Well, you didn't know you was getting ready for it. But, you've been through so much more. You're going to be fine. And then the fear to say the truth. Then what happens? The fear of saying the emperor has no clothes. Are you afraid you don't have any clothes either? That all this might have been for nothing? Take a look at him. Family is what's important to you. Everyone is connected. And he belongs to you. You're going to keep him. You're going to keep him. He's very critical. He's very judgmental. He's manipulating you. Your time, your resources, your money. For good or bad, I don't know. But he won't answer your questions. He's emotionally unavailable, guarded. It's upsetting your inner balance. It doesn't deal well. He won't answer to your way of thinking. He won't understand what you're saying. When you try to talk to him about something, he says, "Oh, you mean," and then he re-explains it in a totally different way, which completely misses your point, but it's the same, right? Frustrating. Why did I ever think me and you was a good idea? Totally frustrated. And you're kind of standing firm. He's pushed you to the point where you're like, fuck off. And you're leaving. Because it's fair and just. And you didn't ask. You make your own decisions. That'll cause chaos right there. And Karen, as Karen can get big and it's just fuel to the fire. You know, first you take a regular run of the carnival, and then you set it on fire. There you go. And you're already unbalanced about it. There's no inner balance. You're not taking care of stuff that you need to take care of because of this inner turmoil, which he cannot. There's no way he could be. It's selective ignorance. He's aware of it. Okay, we're all grown here, and that's a lie. There's some gas on the fire. Up in the air. You. 4 swords. You shall not pass. You cannot come here. This is sacred, a sacred place. You shall not pass. You will not fuck up my day anymore. 9 of Wands. Keep your talk short, guarded. Don't extend yourself to them. Make them explain. Don't assume. Stop finishing sentences. Stop leaping to the next logical conclusion, which involves you helping, right? Because you think you do the no. You're no longer their thinker, their doer, their stepper, or their fetcher. They must figure it out. Because you can't get a straight answer. You can't plan your own day, endlessly waiting on them. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They won't tell you. They're happy in this mess because they're sitting on their ass while you sort it out as it comes. They won't help you help them. Oh, I hate him. Strength. You and Karen reunite. That is the Queen of Wands, okay? Yeah, you've called a halt to this. Strong enough to standing in your truth. The beginning of independent thought. Hey! They don't have my best interests at heart. The realization hits home. And you realize all that you've done for them. Because you're truly being who you are, and you thought that they were too, and it was good for them because it was good for you, and vice versa, and that you are all united. You have nothing to hide. And you're illuminating them, their proclamation of love and happiness. And you're struggling to see it as such. This is painting a rosy picture. Maybe you envy other people their happiness because you can't get happy. Anyway, Karen's in the house. Take a nap. You have upset the apple cart. You have gotten his attention. Page of Swords, independent thought to speak a truth. The Emperor has no clue. What? You betrayed me. 5 of Pentacles. What? To be exposed. Unpleasant truths. Ace of Swords. Unpleasant truths. What? Yeah, he's uncomfortable. That makes him mad. So, but you don't step down, you don't stop. What? And you push him up. Excuse me, please, excuse me, I need to get in there, right where you are. Assertive, to take your place at the table. Knight of Pentacles. You move the boulder in your stream. You're deposing a tyrant. You're eliminating your problem. You're taking the lead. And that horse he's on hopes you got an apple for him. He's looking. That horse likes you more than the dude does. Yeah, that dude's just, there's nobody home. The light's on, ain't nobody there. That horse is like, hey, mama, did you bring me my treat today? You know I'm always working for you. That horse loves you. Well, if that's an even deeper emotional portrayal of him, then I have to say he loves you too, but he's thick. He's well, you already know he doesn't hear you. He don't take you seriously. He's lazy. He's know-it-all, but he does. He's well-grounded. He's slow to anger. But he's manipulating the fuck out of you. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see what this next card I'm going to lay down is. Knight of Pentacles in a relationship with... You thought this was strong. This is what it is. Judgment. Judgmental. Observe your critic. Observe your critic. He loves you, but he's crazy, critical, judgmental. He's manipulating the shit out of you. He would lie to you for your own good because he knew what was best for you, and he just didn't want to have that conversation. Never a straight fucking answer. And you lost your focus over these emotional feelings you're having. And then we got the Ten of Wands. You tried so hard. Has it all been for nothing? Transition. That's death. Because it's the 13th card. I did not recognize it. We have you're coming out of the darkness. Infinity with God, right? Yeah, you don't seek them out. Let them come and find you, and keep your conversations very short, because this is over and you need to heal. They're just using you. Your essence. The Fool. It's time for you to start again without them. So you go from death to the Fool. Okay? And you're lucky. That's what they want. They want your luck. They want to benefit from you. Not being with you, from what you can do for them, not because they value you. But you can have it all. Make a wish. You're on your way. Six of Cups. A soulmate. Are you leaving him? Two, the Joker. Do I, don't I, will I, won't I? What are you going to do about this soulmate that's been tagging along with you? The Tower. Is that the Tower? What the hell is that? No, he's standing... Oh, that's the Two of Wands. Well, what will you do? When you begin again, he wants to go with. But he holds you back. He sucks you dry. He's the reason you can't get anywhere. Seven of Cups. You're at a crossroads of options. A decision must be made. You're confused about it. You're trying to ask the questions in order to make this decision. Does he know that you're he could probably feel it. He's got spidey senses, right? He knows something's off, because usually he could shut you up by now. I hate this guy. He feels uncomfortable. Yeah, you've tripped his wire. This is not going to be good. Excuse me. Family is important to you. You'd move heaven and hell for someone to love you back. What are your suspicions? You see this as strength because you know this about them. What are your suspicions? Because you're right. The Page of Wands, and this could be a child. An announcement. A con. A lie. A need to be called on. Your need. That was this. Well, that's what you did. You used to take care of things, right? Five of Swords. The peacekeeper. You're the one that kept everything running. You were the backbone, the center, the core. And that's how you've always seen yourself, right? But now it's time for you to be someone else, right? Didn't we see this? And you're being held back from it? Because they won't do for you like you do for them. It's a one-way street. And they see it as a betrayal. For you to give to yourself is to betray them. It's a one-way street. That's the lesson. And you see that as a strength. It's an eye-opening. So it's not anything for you. It's a difference in perspective. But you were being asked to see it from their perspective. Well, from their perspective, they see it as you were betraying them, right? That is what they see. But from my perspective, they're sniveling little shits, and you should do a whole hell of a lot more. They're ungrateful fuckers. Time to come clean. You've come to the same conclusion and you're leaving. Six of Pentacles, you're breaking up. Page of Pentacles, you'll do it on your own. You're a hard worker. You've done all this. You're the only one doing anything. You are seriously undervalued. And you see the value, you see your own worth. You're not going to have that shit. Come at me. Come at me, bro. No is a sentence. I mean it. Retreat, stop the spins. Afraid to speak the truth. The Emperor has no clothes. Did I ever write that down? I don't think I did. Did I? Yeah, I did. Afraid to speak the truth. The Emperor, what happens when I speak the truth? There's your dominoes. But I can't live in this little box. This tiny little existence. This tiny little existence with your critical soul-sucking jitsu ass. They're the ones that are soul-sucking. I can't live anymore in this tiny little prison with your soul-sucking jitsu. What you offer me is only breadcrumbs. I would stay for breadcrumbs if he said the right word, and it would be a lie. It's insincere, I'm telling you. But if he said the right thing, you would stay. You've given him the benefit. I know. I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I know you that. So you hold yourself in a place that doesn't suit you, where you have been betrayed. Tell the truth to yourself. You could stop the spin that way. See here, retreat, stop the spin. Tell yourself the truth about this happy ever after. And then we have grace. You're going to keep him. Everyone is connected. You're keeping the King of Pentacles. Oh, I love that man. Two of Cups. The Magician. I just know I can fix him. It'll work this time. It'll work this time. Four of Pentacles. I know what I did this time. I know what I did wrong last time. Refusal to let go. Refusal to end this miserable bullshit. Look at him. Look who you got on that pedestal. Look at him. See him. Okay, and you got my favorite card in the deck, which was be the center of your own circle. When you are not, it's affecting other areas in your life. He's driving you insane. You can't think right, can't act right, can't take care of what needs to be done. Well, these cards are tired of talking to you. I gotta back up. All right. Be receptive. Be infinitely patient. Practice unbending intent. Release others' expectations. Be a host to God. And overcome ego's hold. The Goblin came out, so I'm going to do the ego. Because it came out a couple times here recently as well. Let go of your ego's need to be right. When you're in the middle of an argument, ask yourself, do I want to be right or happy? Well, I think that's what you've been doing. And now you're like, when you ask yourself, do I want to be right or be happy? Your answer is, I want to fight. When you choose the joyous, loving, spiritual mode, your connection to intention is strengthened. You've got to get away from this. Yeah. You find this, it's like being married to a circus clown, a rodeo clown. Some kind of fucking clown. Clowny clown clown. Look up Crispin Glover. Clowny clown clown. That's who you're with. Sad. Sad.